everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Justin. I am running for the king. I'm an online reseller, and on this video, we're gonna go through my sales from the weekend. It wasn't a very busy weekend, but it's the 29th of January, and I got 10 sales, 8 on eBay, 2 on Mercari. Like I said, not a great weekend. However, I also wanna show you the top 5 boxes I use in my reselling business. Someone had asked about shipping supplies, and I gotta show them today. Let's grab that first Mercari order first. It's a set of books, and it's right behind you. All right, so I have 4 Brad Thor books, and they're nothing super special. I think I picked these up at a yard sale for 10 cents or 20 cents a piece or something like that. And these sold for $5.99 plus shipping. And that first box size that I use all the time, I sell a lot of small items, is this box right here. It's a 4x4x4 box. And I've been told that the post office does not like boxes smaller than a 4x6 on one side, but I've never had any issues. But this one comes from Supply Hut. I don't know if I would recommend Supply Hut, to be honest, after Bubblegate earlier last year, but you know, I picked a bunch of boxes up when they threw out a 50% off code as a goodwill gesture after that happened, and so I loaded up. So almost everything I have is Supply Hut. But regardless of where you find them, this is the size I use, and if I run out of these 4x4x4s, which I have 100 or more still hanging around in my storage unit, then you know, I'm going to get the size. I use this size all the time. 4x4x4, you can get you know, quite a bit. They don't weigh anything. So this is the first box that I use all the time. That next item on Mercari is something I picked up at that private pick estate sale deal, and it's right up there under those T-balls. It's this box right here, and as you can see, this is a used Amazon box, and I love the look of brand new boxes, but I'm also a cheapskate. So if I can use one and it's perfect and it's gonna work, I'm gonna use it. This sale is a lot of 5 Teletubby plush from Burger King back in the day. And there's all 4 Teletubbies and the vacuum thing. I think there was 6 in total, but I only found 5 at the estate sale. There's also a big old lot of the bags and the adventure magazines, all from Burger King. I just put it all in one big lot. And I originally had that listed for $30, but it just sat and sat and sat. I got an offer for $20 and I took it. So I'm in the profit for that deal and for that buy. And so $20 is going to be all profit after fees. So it'll be like 16 or something. And that's going to go out. It's going to go right in that box. I'm going to put some bubble wrap and things around it to make sure it doesn't wiggle around, but it's going to go just like that. So my most used boxes are new ones, but I use used boxes all the time. And if you're just starting out reselling, I don't blame you for using used boxes. In fact, I would probably recommend it if you have an access to used boxes. During Christmas, I have family and friends that give me boxes. So I have a pile right now. You know, we order a lot online during Christmas, and so it's piled up. But you know, I don't have a good source for boxes in my area. There is a recycle dumpster uptown, but I live in a small town. It's always full of garbage, so really nothing I can use. But if you have access to that, a recycling center that people can throw boxes in and you can grab them out, or some stores that, you know, like Barnes & Noble has good boxes, but Barnes & Noble's 20 minutes from here. I'm not driving there, just on the off chance they might have boxes in their dumpster. But anyway, we're back here grabbing some VHS tapes that sold, and they're right here. They've been on my shelf for at least 2 years, 2 summers. I mean, I got them 2 or 3 summers ago, and they are Music Magic Video Library. There was a teacher that had a yard sale and a big community sale, and she had a giant free box of VHS tapes and DVDs and curriculum and not school books, but like little kid storybooks and things from her classroom or stuff she was just getting rid of. And I grabbed almost I may have taken the whole box. It's too long ago to remember. So these are free. We got singing games, how we make music and storytelling. This would have been, you know, your traveling music teacher would have brought in the cart with the TV and VCR, if you remember that. And wheeled it in and played one of these for music class or something. And I love VHS, so I grabbed them. I had them listed for a little bit more, but received an offer, and I was so excited to accept it because I've had them for so long. They sold for, yeah, $4.99 plus shipping, but they're out the door. Hey, the second box size I use all the time is this right here. Also, well, this one's from Supply Hut. It's a 6x5x4 box. I was buying 6x4x4 boxes, and they were out when they had that big 50% off coupon. So I got 6x5x4, and you know what? I'm buying 6x5x4 now because I can fit just a little bit more in here. This has been great for Christmas ornaments, especially those silver bells. That Pokemon $100 Pokemon card I sold last week or in the last video, that went in one of these with a lot of padding and such as well. And so these are super versatile. I love these 6x5x4s. I'm down to my last 20. It's time to order. I gotta find a supplier. I was kind of hoping Supply Hut would have like a 20% off coupon. They do that every once in a while, and I missed the last one. But anyway, regardless of where I get it, whether it's Supply Hut or somewhere else, 6x5x4 is always in my arsenal. And coming off that same shelf those Brad Thor books were located at, I need these books right here at the bottom. This is a set of 5 Edgar Rice Burroughs, Princess of Mars. So this would be the John Carter, I think, books. And there's several more in the set, but these are the first 5. And I picked these up at my local thrift. They were $1. I got 5 there, 20 cents a piece. And I just thought the cover art was really cool. So we got the princess, and then there's John and an alien fighting another alien and John. We have this, it's kind of a provocative cover. Let's not look at that. And we have this one where he's looks like he's in a gladiatorial arena. They're vintage copies, and I just thought the covers were cool. And they sold pretty quick. They sold for $10.99 plus shipping. So $1 to $11. It's not bad for me. Digging in that cigar box back there, I sold another one of those chainsaw tie tack clip things. So it's a little Homelight chainsaw tie clip, and got these at that private pick, the same place where I got those Teletubby things. I got a boatload of these. This one sold on offer, $8 plus shipping. And the third box I use all the time. This is probably every reseller's go-to box. So if you're going to buy boxes, this is a great box to get. It's an 8x6x4 box. And you can put quite a bit in here. VHS tapes fit in here. DVDs fit in here. You know, if people are buying multiples. I put CDs in here if people are buying multiples. In fact, I'm going to use this box probably in just a little bit. Sometimes you can get hats and stick them in here. It's a super versatile, medium, small size box, and it's highly recommended. So if you're getting into reselling and you're at the point where you need to buy boxes, use free boxes as long as you can. I still do when I can. I just don't find them too much, not small ones. This is an excellent box size. Once again, got this at Supply Hut on that 50% off sale. I've picked them up from the Boxery before. I picked them up off Amazon. I really like the Boxery, or, you know, even Supply Hut. I wouldn't buy bubble wrap from them, but their boxes are decent. That's 3 out of the 5 boxes I want to show you. I have more orders to grab first, though, and I also have to get back to work. My lunchtime is over, and so I'm going to jump back over there. I got to finish my day out, and I'll jump right back here to finish our orders. It'll be like a second for you. I'll see you in a second. Well, I'm back. I told you it was just going to be a second. It's a lot shorter for you than it was for me. I have one more sale, so we're going to add that on there as well in this video. The next item I have is something I picked up at Goodwill, and then, well, I damaged it before I got it home. I found this at Goodwill for, it was just under $5, and I thought it was a great find. It's from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. It's a wand stand, and it's metal. It's really nice. It was $35 new, and it looked like it was selling for about $25 used, and it was in perfect shape. Unfortunately, by the time I got it home, there was this teeny tiny scratch right there on the end. It was not there at the store. I looked over it really well because, well, I'll buy stuff and it'll have damage on it. Ugh. Anyway, I still listed it. It still sold, and it sold on offer for $15 plus shipping. So there's a little bit of profit there. Unfortunately, not what I thought when I bought it. The next item I have is one of those little placards from a porcelain company that you'd have at a store. I bought a whole box of them at that private pick. And this is from Kaiser Porcelain. It's a little dealer sign. I already have it pre-bubbled, so I didn't break it. It's number 6. And this one sold on offer for $15 plus shipping. It is time for the next box, and this one is an 8x8x4. I picked this up at Supply Hut too. I have some from the Boxery in my storage unit to run up next. I use these all the time. This is my go-to box for hats. So if it's got a flat bill, it fits in this. If it's got a curved bill, it fits in this. If it's got a tall, not brim, it's got a tall crown, like it's a tall hat, it typically still will fit in this. I do ship sometimes an 8x6x4, but these don't really weigh much more. Still stays under 8 ounces for the most part. and I feel like it gives it a little more room so the hat doesn't look so smushed when the buyer opens it. 8x8x4, I use these all the time, and I'm going to the storage unit in just a second because, well, above you is the bubble wrap. It's empty, and I need to grab more of these as well. I have a CD down here in drawer 8, and it's going to be this one right here, the Ferrante and Teicher collection, and I'm probably butchering their names. Got it out of the big buy, sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And then I have 2 CDs coming out of the back as well. This is, let's see, Buck Creek Jazz Band. Picked these up at an estate sale. I picked up a bunch of jazz CDs at an estate sale. This person loved jazz, went to festivals and such. And these 2 CDs were open, but they were in excellent shape. Everything there was, all the CDs were mint. And these sold $9.99 plus shipping. And the 5th box I have to show you is this box right here. And it's not one I use a whole bunch because almost everything I sell goes in the 4 I've already shown you. But this is an 11 by 7.5 by 5.5 from Walmart. And these are pretty great boxes actually for the money. I think they're about 80 cents at my Walmart. And there's a couple different smaller sizes and bigger sizes there. They're great on a pinch. They're really thin, so they're not much protection there. But they're good for books. Like if I have a big O stack of books, like hardback books, it'll hold about 5 of the Leatherette Louis L'Amour books. I've used these for that. Used them for all kinds of stuff. Good for whatnot. You can put a bunch of stuff in it. If I bought them in bulk, would they be cheaper? Probably, but I don't use them as much as the smaller boxes. So when I run into Walmart with my daughter or something, if we're checking out clearance or I gotta go check out Legos or Pokemon cards lately, I'll grab a few of these too, just so I have them on hand. I think I have 2 right now. So probably next week when we go to Walmart, if we go to Walmart, I'll probably grab a few more. Now those are the top 5 boxes I use. I used to use priority boxes all the time, and I still have a huge stock of them. But since Ground Advantage now covers above £1, I find it much cheaper to go with Ground for the most part. If I can upgrade the customer to priority because it's cheaper for me after my eBay discount, I will use priority boxes whenever I can, and I will probably show you the priority boxes at some point that I use that I recommend picking up. They're free. You can have them on hand, and that way if you need them, you can grab them. I also use poly bags and bubble mailers, and I'll probably show you those at some point too. But I have 2 more items to go out. One I had when I started, and one that sold while I was working between the half a second pause we had there for a second. Let's see. The first one is a model kit. It's right up here. This is a metal PT Cruiser model kit, I believe. It's got a metal body, but you have to put it together. It's a small set. Picked this up at a yard sale. I think I paid $1 for it. In fact, it's still got a little residue from a yard sale tag on there. Let's see what it sold for. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And then I sold a patch. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at some estate sale. It was a throw-in item. I could throw it in a bag. Wasn't really going to cost me anything more. It's not really going to make me any more either, but it's sold and it's in this blue tub and I got to dig it out. Hey, it was right on top. That's awesome. It is a little patch applique of a anteater. Yeah, I think, right? Is it an anteater? Armadillo. It's an armadillo. And it's right there. It's definitely vintage and looks like it cost $4.97 at one point. It says it's sew on or iron on. I don't know. I just, I picked it up and I'm probably like 50 cents or a quarter or something into it at the very most. It sold for $4.24 plus shipping. I'm pretty sure that was an offer. I think I had it listed at $5 or something. And I probably sent 15% off offer. I think that's the math, right? And that is going to be all my orders and the top 5 boxes I use. Hopefully you find that useful if you're just starting reselling or if you're getting to the point where I need to buy boxes, because I tried my best not to buy boxes for the longest time. I did pretty good. But like I said, I'm not in an area that can find used boxes very well. So there's that too. It's Monday, so let's look at the listings. Since the last video, I've listed 21 items, which is down from last week, but it was for a total of $334.89, which is double. So less items, bigger dollars, that's good. Year to date, I've listed 125 items for a total of $1440.03. And that includes 6 cards that I listed, 6 Pokemon cards, and those are going to tend to skew lower, although one was $100. And then I also listed 4 items of clothing. So not what I really want to list, but I did 3 on Saturday out of the 4 listings, and I have a another one prepped, although I am prepping for my Whatnot auction on Wednesday, which means to say I have a Whatnot auction on Wednesday. So I'm going to try to release this video on Wednesday afternoon. So probably tonight is a Whatnot auction. We're starting at 8:15 p.m. I'll try to put a post up in the community tab as well. If you want to join me, you don't have to buy anything, but come out, hang out, chat, you know, engage with others there, engage with me, and we'll have a good time. I got some video games, I got some vintage Star Wars action figures, I got some cool stuff, and that's, well, it's happening, and so hopefully we'll do well with it. All right, I'm gonna jump back here to get out of the sun's glare, which we haven't had the sun for a week, so I'm happy to have it. I just don't want it to mess up the filming or anything there. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out there with me today as I pulled this weekend's orders and went through boxes that I use. I know that when I started reselling, that was one of the things that I wanted to know, and so hopefully that helps out. I don't want to be the voice of truth where you come to learn eBay. Cha-Ching King is awesome at that, and I could never do videos about learning and starting an eBay business like he does. And so check out Cha-Ching King if you want more information on if you're not a reseller and you want to be one. That is the place I'd point everybody. But thank you again for hanging out, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless.